My first question is, what leadership lessons can you share with our listener that you have gained from trekking?
Thank you, Ram. First of all, my gratitude to Himalayas, because Himalayas has been always the greatest teacher, which has actually taught me many, many life lessons and leadership lessons. Couple of, I can actually write a whole book out of the entire leadership lessons from Himalayas, but I'll quickly share a couple of interesting thoughts that are there in my head. Number one is when I go to Himalayas, one thing I really love is that oneliness in that nature. It's not the loneliness I'm talking about. I'm talking about the oneliness. Okay? When I walk or trek, you're walking on the mountain, and as you're walking and trekking, what will happen is you will suddenly start listening to your own inner thought flow, and you start talking to your own self, and a lot of clarity is born over there. Okay, many of my business decisions, many of my leadership decisions, many of my new business ideas have all popped up from the trekking journey, a mindfulness trekking journey over there. So I believe one of the biggest lessons I have learned is clarity on self. Okay, what exactly I want in life. Okay, because that serenity, when you go there, actually calms your entire mind. You become more clear, because a lot of ideas are there in our mind, but sometimes everything gets clouded in our day-to-day operations and busyness. Sometimes we will not know which one to prioritize. I believe one of the biggest lesson I have learned is one of the first job of every leader must be clarity on about themselves, what they exactly want, and what the organization wants, what my team wants. All these things must be number. I think that should be the number one value or a quality that every leader must possess. Because if you are not very clear on what you want, I think you can't dictate your own actions and achieve the results you wanted. No? So I think that's number one. Leadership is self therapy, because that walking gets you a lot of self therapy. Number two is also a lot of, if you have to go to Himalayas, no, lot of preparation and planning and attention to details are required, because you're taking a lot of people along with you. It's an adventurous trip. I believe business itself is adventurous and leadership is double adventurous, because anything goes wrong, it affects the entire business organization. So lot of elements goes inside in planning, even minute attention to detail. For example, I had to bring everyone by chopper. Since I've been there many times, I know what exactly happens at the registration time at the chopper point. So that level of micromanagement of creating the entire list with the weight management, everything, which helped everyone to come down quickly and faster. I believe that is also one of the important lesson I have learned, that if if the leader wants the organization to be successful, they need to see what others can't see before itself. Okay, that attention to detail and that planning and preparation is another one. I think one leadership lesson I have learned from Himalayas. And as I go along with it, everyone asks me the same question: how long I have to walk, Murali? Please tell me. Okay, so I have to give them some realistic goals, set some proper goals, so that they don't lose motivation. I have to always say, no, it's just 2 kilometers. Don't worry, just 2 more kilometers. We can reach in 30 minutes. Okay. And I believe that's one of the job of a leader also. No, they should not give on lofty goals for their team members or their organization. They have to, though they may know the goals are lofty, but they may have to break it down into small, small, realistic goals, so that everyone are motivated to go along with you. Otherwise they will lose the entire motivation. I think that is another interesting lesson, that we need to keep on motivating our team. We need to keep, because everyone will get tired. They will say, "Oh, Murali, do you really want me to climb? My leg is paining. I don't know what to do." That happens every day in my business. My teammates keep on cribbing. I have to, even if my leg is paining along with them, but I can't show that to them. And I need to pep up my energy and say, no, 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 we can do it. Let's do it. No, I think that's also one of the interesting lesson I have learned, that even if I am going through pain, I can't show that to others. I have to keep motivating, because ultimately it's because of me they are coming with me. So because the leader sets the entire the entire path towards them. No? So that's another thing. And this entire Himalayan journey, I've came across varieties of, you plan everything, but still a lot of unexpected moments and situations always happens. Suddenly landslide will happen. Suddenly you don't know what, the entire road gets blocked. Suddenly it will rain heavily. So I think prepare the expect. I think we should expect the unexpected things that can happen, and keep your plan B and plan C. Keep the team motivated. You need to know that. I believe that is also part of a leadership journey in any business. Because we don't know, the entire world is in a VUCA world we are in, so we don't know how exactly the world will respond, economics, market dynamics. I think that's also one of the lessons I have learned, that be ready for any unexpected thing. Though you've planned everything, we don't know what will happen at the end of it. And one more interesting lesson I have learned is it's all about the determination and willpower to climb Himalayas. Because people ask me, I'm not physically fit, can I walk and everything? But in my life experience, I've seen in the last 10 years, it's no more physical fitness at all. First 30 minutes is physical fitness, and after that, it's purely your mental fitness, your willpower, your mind. I believe the same as with leadership. It's actually not easy to be a leader. So ultimately, it's only with your determination and willpower you can lead entire team. That's what I've also learned around, because every time I go there, I get recharged. With come back and lead my entire team. Ultimately, I think it's the success is more not in the destination of reaching the top of the summit. It's just the climb more important than the summit. Because once you reach the summit, no, your human mind always thinks, it feels very happy and say, okay, when is the next summit or next peak? Everyone they tell me which trekking we can go. I believe the same is the case with life or leadership also, because it's not just the destination taking people along, achieving the goals of the organization. It's the climb. It's not the summit. I always say just the climb. How climb is very interesting, and with what kind of people you all climb together, that really really matters, because with what kind of team you work with, that really matters. Okay, these are all some of the top of my mind thoughts,
I
though I can keep talking on and
brilliant,
on on
I
this.
brilliant.
absolutely agree with you. One other thing, no, it is kind of within we I understood being there with you this time. Definitely, the people, even though you come with different people which I have never met them in my life, they have become immediately a team member wanting to help, and each one has shown their leadership what they can do and kind of a thing. And whatever he very well summarized the points, it is either it is an business you do it or you do a track. It is kind of a thing. Now, how do you take those initial steps and start get that pace to move?
Yeah, yeah. I really liked what you said. The first quality of leadership is clarity, because if you have the clarity, then you can prepare plans, set those goals, go through those uncertainties, and have your plan A and B. As you just said, the 5 points that you put, I've just like talked about it. It starts with the clarity over there.